In Europe, there's a law that requires the drivers to have an extinguisher in the car, so people are driving with the small things that are pretending that can put out a fire. Every time I see a video with a burning car, I see 5 of those things can't even reduce the flames. I guess the thinking is maybe if somebody's trapped in a vehicle, maybe you could spray them with it, right? Like if you cover their body with a retardant, maybe you could stop them from burning alive a little bit longer. But it does seem like one of those laws that you find, that's when you find out that some sort of manufacturer of fire extinguishers is like, hey, we're the only ones that make like a certain ounce version of it that'll fit in the glove compartment that fits with this regulation, so let's push for it. It's like, oh, that's how that happened. It's always disappointing. That's the disappointing part. You look it up and you're like, oh, no, that fucking sucks. Okay. So these dead airs part, we're just going to kind of get rid of these parts. So that's more flag wavy or like cloth in the wind more. Like a little bit more of something that would actually move something in the... We're going to end up with some popping sound. This is crunch. What the hell's that? We're getting rid of you. Or how about this? We'll delete this. And then we'll say, let's fade out. Yeah, the smell's going away. Yeah, it just smell. Now it smells like something burning. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Fade out. I don't know. This might work. We'll keep it in MP3. I don't care one way or another. What's funny is we're adding to our file size right now when we really need to be reducing it. How did we end up with all these damn textures on the outside of our project? Let's try to get rid of those and see if it does anything. The goober, all this stuff. The tuber goober. Maybe we can re-import them. PNG. One of them's JPEG. That's why it's mad at us. I wonder if we can change process size limit. Depending on compress mode. Which ones are really big? Let's see. Oops. I don't want to open an external program. I wanted to look at it like this. Okay, so this is way smaller now. The textures are smaller, but then we have this glorious pink, epic glorious pink rectangle. PNG. That's weird. .4 megabytes. So that. Jesus Christ! Why is it so big? Let's open this up. AAA quality. We're going for quadruple A. Oh, that's me. Oh, we can get rid of this. We don't use this anymore. That's me doing that. What a dumbass. $120 game. Hell yeah. Give inflation enough time. Most prices of Walmart just overnight now about 50% higher to account for the tariffs, guys. So, yeah, maybe $100 game at this point. Who knows? Who knows? It's great. Dude, man. By year three of this go around, I think it's gonna turn into fucking Mad Max. All right. Except we won't be able to afford the silver spray paint. It'd be too expensive.
You sure are touched.
Okay, so we can throw our beer cans at the boats. Or make our own with lead. Yeah! Burning sulfur. The smell's gonna stay there. Right, that's the part that's confusing me. So I have a few things that it could be, but the audio deck is fine. You guys hear me fine, right? So it wasn't my deck. My NAS is connectable and running. The Mac is fine. The security cameras are going. Let me double check the security cams. Go to the front yard here. Yeah, we're all good. So like, that's all good. I don't know what it was. It could be the outlet itself burned up. So I could double check around that. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it was the TV. Maybe it was the TV that burned up. All right, let's try and export now and see how big we are. Let's delete the folder. I've literally watched the capacitors. I've watched the chips turn red hot and burn out right in front of my eyes. Not that I had any experience as far as like, but I've seen it happen. I've seen things get like red hot that should not get like turn red. It's like that was black a few seconds ago and now it's red. How did that happen? But if you guys ever do anything with me that involves the workings of things involving electronics, something will go wrong. So if we decided to meet up somewhere and do something and it involved anything electronic, something's not going to work. Because it's me and that's just how my life is. And specifically with electronics. It is amazing how consistent it is. And it doesn't even have to be like something of mine or whatever. It's just like, well, we wanted to do this thing and it involved electronics and I'm here. So of course it doesn't work. Okay, it looks like we got it. It's much smaller now. You guys want to try and play this? I need to hear... So the controls are really weird. I'm going to zip it. Oh, that's right. I turned red on the stream. Just randomly. No, that's not it. The camera's still running, obviously, but... Yeah, my camera was just like, you know what? I think I'm going to make your face red. I think that's what we'll do today. Okay, so here's the game. Let's go ahead and make a secret itch page for this. I don't know what to call it. I think M gave us a good name idea, though. Let's double check. What was it in? Obsidian. Speaking of Obsidian, let's do a shout out to Obsidian. Shout out Obsidian Black. We had name ideas somewhere, didn't we? Name ideas. Tubular Dude, Totally Boobular, Floating Fabulous, Bubbles, and Backtalk. Y'all Afloat, River Rush Tubing DX Extreme. I'm a fan of this one. Oh, you guys can't see him. Let me move my my face around. I put Calvin in the office and I just hear him, he wants me. Trashy Tube, Tubin, and this is M's, Rootin' Tubin, which I feel like fits the character that we've got going on here. Where did, so itch, how do we create a new, upload new project? Classification. How do you do one for a jam? How do you do one for a jam? HTML. It's 0. Upload. Upload. Now this is Tubin clone. You may already have a game with that. Oh, apparently I tried this already. Dashboard. I've made $28 from a little sprite thing that my wife made, or we've made. She's made $28. I'm convinced that selling assets is like probably the way. Here we go. Rootin' Tubin. Delete. I confirm. Wife doing all the work again. That's right, Vex. She's the moneymaker. This file will be played in the browser. Save. View. Loading. So this is encrypted. Now I'm curious if anyone out there can break the encryption. I'd love to know if that's possible. We're going to inspect this really quick. We want to get the width of the window typically. Why isn't it showing us? Come on. Oh, there it is. 960. 960. Okay, let's go to edit game. Go away. 960. Which, if our dimensions are... why don't we just make it the game dimensions that we have? Most people's monitors are of some resolution, right? So how do we scale this down? God bless it. What's going on with the... We need the percent. We need the... what was it? 960? 960. Let's see, we're not going to get a whole number. We're going to get a whole number. We don't want a whole number. We want to float, baby. Well, we'll just do 960. And let me do it. Calc 960 divided by 1152 648 times 540. 540. Save. Here we go. Cross origin isolation and shared array buffer. So on my export, I must not have the right checkboxes. Shared array buffer. I don't think I have this one. Where's that? I recall seeing this. Shared array buffer. It might be the encryption. Oh, is it an HIO setting? You might be right, Vex. Like a little checkbox. There we go. Memory access out of bounds. Ruh-roh. Let's try running it locally in the browser. Null function or function signature mismatch. Dear God. Hang on a second. Let's get rid of the encryption stuff. Shh, don't look. No, it's on these exports. Let me move this aside. There's the key. We'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of custom templates. And let's try and run it again. Now, I've test run this before, though, with the encryption, and it worked fine. So what's worrisome about this is it's probably something that I changed recently. Now it's saying the PCK file is missing. Good Lord. Hang on a second. That's probably because we still have that. But that shouldn't matter. Stop HTTP server. Run in browser. Should have been testing this sooner, boys. Is the PCK file missing? I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who did the export, you son of a bitch. You tell me! Does the game still work for me here? It does. Okay. Let's try, let us give thanks. Let us. Work time. All right. Thanks, Jacob. Thanks for hanging out. What in the hell? Hamel. Dot Hamel. .404 not found. So it doesn't like my Mark Hamill settings. Problem loading. It's crashing. If we run the server, you know why? Let's try getting rid of thread support. Let's turn off this. Run it again. It's a good question. I'll do that in just a second. Always be building. This is a rule in jam games that I've learned way too many times, and I'm getting burned by it right now. This is so frustrating. Tubin on the desktop. Overwrite. Now this is using encryption. This export. For the desktop build. All right, and today is the 14th. That is not us. Export again. Why does it have the date of the 14th here? We just built this today. It is the 18th. Desktop build is fine.
I'm just here to a Junebug in a mason jar.
Okay, well we have that as a failsafe. But why? Let's create a new one. Web 2, just straight fresh. But see, this isn't the same as just let's delete this one. Okay, so we only have one web export here. You know what we'll do? We'll reload Godot. Maybe she's being cranky today. Maybe she's having a bad day. We've all been there. I think we've all been there. I mean, I smelt burnt electronics here briefly. It's not comforting. And let's go ahead and no. We don't want to run it. No. Stop. I don't want you to do that. We're going to get rid of these bad boys. Just close it. Let's check the Let's check the the project settings, the root scene. Okay. That looks right. Now, why can I suddenly not do a build for web? No remote deploy exports pre-configured. What? Do I have to do like one export to make this a thing? I had it. I guess it's because I deleted the other one. Top above the tabs. All right, cross your fingers. This is a good sign. Hey! Oops. Look at that! Shader compilation.
Woo!
We're hearing that popping audio. There was a way of solving that right now in Godot, right? Alright, so we have a playable build. Let's go ahead and try and get the encoding going, because maybe it was just some weird thing. Give me a second, I gotta copy some keys and shit. Okay, so now when we do this, it should be encoded. Signature mishmash. So we know now. Perhaps when we encoded the export, we didn't set it up correctly. So let's go ahead and turn that off then. And remove the custom templates. Like so. And try it again. We're good? All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try to fix the Fix the build here real quick. Just need to remember the command here for PCK encryption. Here it is. Set. Oh, I put it in quotes. That'll do it. Gotta go. See you next time. All right. See ya. We're gonna lose. Thanks for always being here and encouraging me to bust some ass. All right, we're building the exports with the proper key for debugging here real quick. So that'll probably be like 30 minutes. All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I will be right back. I'm gonna run an ad. Sorry guys, I know one just went, but that'll give us about 2 hours of no ads. Be back. I'll move we'll go forward here. Just to have something to look at while the something like that. All right.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh.
All right. Sorry about the delay.
Oh.
Okay, so the debug targets are built for web with the encoding. Let's see if there's some renaming that I have to do. Son of a bitch. I swear I had this working. I had this working. Oh. Let me just make sure I have the right key for the... Like I do. Maybe I'm forgetting something about web. Compiling for web. All right, 4 minutes to build isn't too bad. Hmm. All right, we'll try the export again. Oh, it might be the thread support. Hmm. Try this again. Disable index encrypting. That's what's doing it. Let's confirm. That's probably it. That's what this guy said works for him, but it's less. All right, let's try it without encryption. Well, shit, boys. We have a generic error. Oh, you know what? I didn't get rid of this though. What the fuck? Let's turn off thread support. Interesting. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know why. This is encrypted. PCK is missing. All right. Oh, the index. God damn it. Every time you turn this on, it flips the index on. You don't want that. Okay. I think we're figuring some stuff out here. We don't want to encode the index. I had this working. This is the part that's pissing me off. I had it working. I had a web export working. I could run it. And then the PCK I could not view. But all right. Do this one more time like this. Make sure it works. Okay. This is it. If this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hey! Full screen button. Okay. So if somebody wants to do this, if anyone wants to play, the password is cricket, all lowercase. Here's the link. I can tell you the controls if you'd like to know them. Are we not bumping into anything? The export is broken. The game doesn't work on the export, the web export. I can't, what the fuck? So some of the sounds aren't working on the web export. So what I'm learning is I need to start playing the web export. Let's confirm that it's the collision detection's broken only on the web export. Does Jolt work on web? Is this a Jolt problem? Do I not want Jolt physics for web? No, suddenly we don't have sounds.
Oh!
Oh, it's not playing the sound because we're not hitting a target.
I bet you're real proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Weird. So for web,
Ah!
the web export, the physics is Now I do have multi-threading on the Jolt physics, but the physics are working. That's weird. Let's try it in the browser.
You sure are touched. Yeehaw!
Why is the web export broken with why is only the version on the itch page not working? Let's go back.
Woohoo! Woo! Yeehaw!
I'm gonna do another export. We know the build's fine. Man. Just one weirdness after another, I swear. It could be, though. It could be the threading on the, because the fuck? You guys seeing that?
Yeehaw! Woo!
And if I go through this... Alright, let's turn off threading on the physics. We're gonna get rid of run on separate thread. Good thing we're running into this problem right now and not the day of, right?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
This is bizarre. So my local testing on the web, I can pick things up. When I export the game and get it what the fuck is going on? I wonder if it's cached in any way.
Yeehaw! Oh!
Very specific search. Godot, collisions. And are these areas? Okay, this guy's saying that if you're rotated... If you've rotated a player body... I rotated my player's collision polygon. I'm presuming means the shape. I've done the same. That's for throwing things, but that's working. What's... There's no rotations on this transform. None here. So the only one that's got this happen to him is on the target area. I bet it's Jolt. I bet Jolt isn't, I bet it's Jolt. I bet Jolt and Webb are not happy. So let's reset that back to default. Save and restart. Let's delete our folder.
Might be enough spinning for one day.
God bless it. It's not. Godot, web export, physics, working. And really, it's area. Fedora web exports area. 3D not working. Maybe it's a browser issue. What the hell? Hi, Rad, what's up? We have a weird physics problem with Godot on web exports where basically overlapping bodies is not working for us. But it's only on exports. What's weird is if I test it locally on a local export, it works fine. If I try and if I export that same thing to itch, it suddenly doesn't work. It works fine on Windows exports, yeah. It works fine when I test it locally in the browser too. Yeah. Very weird. I think I'm gonna kind of ignore it for now. We've got the web export working, but we've got this problem in front of us. I was using Jolt, but I took it out and I'm just using the default. I'm trying it on Firefox to see if it's an actual browser specific issue. It is not. What the actual fuck? It's weird because collisions are working. Like I can bump into physics bodies, but it's like area detections, body enter and exit, area enter and exit are not firing. But like I can run into this pole. And then the other thing that's not going is sounds aren't playing. So like there should be sounds of like bumping into things. They're like oof right here. How's it going? Yeah, we're just trying some web exports. We're having some problems with them, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. Well, hopefully we can get them fixed. I know, no sounds. Well, but only weird. Like the paddle sounds are working. No, I don't have that much I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I've got one boat sound here. Polyphonic. Oh, I am using polyphonic. Okay, so that could be part of it. I wonder if the sound is dying and then the rest of the script that's supposed to collect the bit or whatever is not running.
Ooh.
But that's weird. So I guess what we could do as a test is so we play these audio points here. We instantiate the points and do all this stuff after. And we queue free the points. When does the collectible score run? Body collecting. Hmm. Let me do a shout out to Irad. I gotta do a shout out to Conrad. I haven't done Conrad. Oh, geez. Well, no, don't feel like you have to be that kind of moderator. I think I put you in charge when it was my daughter or something like that, right? So don't worry, you don't have to become like. Don't worry about that. Damn it, Conrad. Conrad! Stop it! Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go tinkle. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the delay, guys. Had to get myself some food, all that kind of stuff. So, thanks, Vera. Let's go ahead and what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Come on, Cricket. We have this bug I would like to get fixed because I wonder if this is contributing to some of our issues here. Now, the polyphonic issue is addressable. There's some irony here, which is essentially it's just an array of sounds, right? And we can make our own RNG and pick a you know, it's percent the size of the RNG, the modulus, the percent size of the RNG, roll random number, blah blah blah, right? So it's like it's really fucking weird to me that you know, the engine version of this can't work on web. But I'm confident if I did it in GD script myself and make my own array of random audio sounds to play and just kept track of the last one we played and said, okay, don't play that one. If you rolled that one, roll a different one. That would work. So, but I'm not going to be addressing the web build issues right now. We're not going to focus on that. What we have with the game currently is we're getting to the point where we can start to hit boats. We're putting in sounds for boats. So we have this silly sound for this one, which doesn't really fit a speedboat. We need to find a speedboat sound. We got bouncing boats still. We got power-ups so we can, or points we can pick up. The time things are working. We can target boats and throw things at them.
Woohoo!
Let me go over to this boat over here. The ship.
Let's roll, sugar.
The boost has an issue. We should probably fix that, because I think the boosting stuff would be fun. Because we need something to get to other places more quickly.
Woohoo!
Oh, Fiera, I have a web build, but there's like a bunch of physics and sound problems with it. I don't know if you want to mess around with it or not.
Woo!
I'm curious how it would run on anyone else's machines. And then we got this like wood creaking sound for the for the big sailboats. So any wooden boats do that. Let me get the URL for you. Here it is. The password is cricket, all lowercase. And when you get in there, so the controls are Q, P, left, right, forward, W, O, that's right, baby. W, O is left, right. Backward. And then throw. Spacebar equals throw. I'm putting the controls in here for you in the chat. It'll make sense. The separation on the different sides of the keyboard hopefully makes sense because it's like your hands are separated in the inner tube. Site says nothing's there. Did it ask for a password?
Ooh.
Yeah, password worked. What the fuck? I don't know that you can do private password leads to nothing. Damn it. I don't want to make it public. All right, guys, do you guys have itch accounts? I can add you that way. Maybe that'll work. Fix it. Give me your itch usernames in the chat and I'll add you guys that way. We'll see if we can bypass all this bullshit. Same name. Alright, you guys are the same. Twinsies. Okay, give me a second. Unfortunately, M, you're not going to be able to hear any of your sounds. Only owners and authorized people. Authorized people. Admins. Project admins. Authorized people. Authorized people. Thanks for the detail of where I would do that. Isn't that funny? Is the ship going by? Dude, Dudette. I love the world being alive. I guess I'll just add you guys in here. As an admin. There's that for you, M. I can spell. And that one's for you. This one's for you, Fiera. The second one. So the controls might seem really strange. And I wish I could see you guys struggle with them. Because I think I need to change them. I'm gonna hide my face while I stuff some food in it. Can we record and send you a video? That sounds good. So to move forward, let me copy this in the description of the game. Okay, so Q and P are left and right hand. Q is your left hand forward, P is your right hand forward. W is your left hand backwards. O is your right hand backwards. And then space bar is to throw.
Oof!
But how do you move forward? Oh, you press... Well, how would you do it in a real inner tube? So you press Q, you press forward on your right hand and forward on your left hand at the same time. And then you just keep paddling. Doesn't work for me. I'm curious what you're experiencing right now. Just sitting here. Oh, click into the browser window, because you might not be... if you're not clicked into the browser window, it won't get your keyboard inputs. That might be part of the problem. Huh. Can you share your screen on Discord? You gotta keep tapping Q and P like you're paddling. Let me look at my face. Watch me like this. Hang on. Q and P. This is the... And then you'll start coasting. Yeah, you gotta tap it. It is quap-like, yeah. I was holding down. I'm thinking about having holding down for accessibility. So I'm actually thinking about that. Yeah, you have to tap it. This is... We gotta have a tutorial intro thing that I don't have in the game as well. And then you should have like 50 beers on you, but you will run out. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it might be a little tiring to have that as the control. So I'm thinking that as you get more momentum, the force that is emitted when you're tapping it will grow. The bobbing makes me so nauseous. Really? The character bobbing? And it is very hard to steer. Yes, the hard to steer part is kind of on purpose.
Ah.
That's like part of the thing. Oh, God. I'm gonna get so many bad reviews because God damn. We may change all this, okay? We may change all this. I gave it so on the controller it's all the shoulder buttons. If you have a controller, you can use the shoulder buttons, but it doesn't work very well with triggers. But on a controller, if you have a controller plugged into your computer, the triggers are your forward and then the shoulders are your backwards. Can I reset the game? Like, to go back to where you were?
Oh!
So the triggers don't work very well because you have to let go of them and bring them all the way back up. Here comes our boat friend. Hey, buddy. The audio stuff is so fucking funny. But yeah, collecting and some of the physics stuff is just not working on the web export right now. So we have to look into it. Hey, buddy. Have a good one, man. Yeah, see you later. How's the fishing?
Ooh.
Christ. There's no reset. Oh, actually,
Mercy me, I'm about to tip over.
you can do a press R to reset your character to the last saved like reset point.
Might be enough spinning for one day.
And then M's gonna complain about spinning because the physics are like, what the hell just happened? But yeah, it's all, there's a lot of work to do still, so I'm curious what you feel with the controls here. Like, I'm wondering what you're thinking about them, because I was going for a co-op kind of thing, and I worry that some people might not get that. But I am gonna have an intro tutorial thing where I have like a VO and I'm like, hey, to go forward, keep pressing the thing, and then if I detect that they're pressing it and they don't keep pressing it, I'm like, okay, more, keep tapping it.
Woohoo!
Increase the strength of you picking up speed. Yeah, I think we're gonna
Yeehaw!
when not pressing anymore. So have it slide a bit more.
Oh!
Yeah. Okay. Have it slide, kind of sliding very far. Slide less. Ooh, see, now we're getting into personal tastes. I wonder if some people wouldn't feel that way. I don't know. I don't know, Fiera. I don't know. I don't know. Because I like that you can kind of coast a little bit and give your hands a break. And also you don't get like this rotation thing unless you have a lot of unless there's not a lot of like friction. The thing is, with lots of slide, it's pretty punishing once you miss out the gate. Yeah, that's also intentional too. Like that initial turn there is intentionally like to mess with you. But I guess I could put you at a more wide or more straight shot initially. And the other thing is I'm just so used to it now. This is what happens when you start making these kinds of things.
Oh!
But yeah, it's potentially meant to be a curve so that you have to like deal with it and deal with turning and all that stuff. And then bigger gates now. Man, we don't need bigger gates. Check this out.
Woohoo!
Whee! Look at that.
Woo!
I should get much better at controls. Okay. Yeah, just, yeah. And I guess... Yippee! It's all dark for me. Yeah, there's a time of day. So it starts,
Woohoo!
I'm probably gonna adjust the nighttime settings a bit, because yeah, it is a little dark. But there is a time of day thing. I think what I'll do for night is just a perpetual sunset.
Ah!
There's a coyote logic to the when you tap when you're going forward. So like you can do little corrections. Keep tapping forward, let go of one hand. See how I'm doing this? And then like kind of slowly adjust it one way. And then you kind of have to like give it some English to get it to straighten out, and then you can correct it again. So it's a bit like flying in space almost. I'm gonna hide my camera again while I eat. How do you jump? I did take that out. I took jumping out. Should I put it back in? Oh, that's funny, Em. Oh, my lady totally jumped. Oh, those ramps are totally broken too, guys. All that stuff needs work. It does need ramps, yeah. So we gotta get those ramps working. I'm gonna, speaking of that, I guess that's a good thing to work on next, is the ramps.
Woo!
To be honest, I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, it's... I don't know, it's kind of cool,
Woohoo!
but I worry that it is a little tiring on the hands. Are you playing with the keyboard or the
Yeehaw!
controller? Oh, and red, I'll get that shader for you, controller. So yeah, the first thing we'll do. So if you go forwards with one hand and backwards with the other, you'll rotate very fast.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
But you can also just do it with one hand and not rotate as much, right? So you can't nearly get as much speed doing this, but you can still go pretty fast. But if you double it,
might be enough spinning for one day.
Then you can go really fast.
Mercy
One thing
I'm about to tip over.
So the reason why I kind of don't want to have press and hold is because I was imagining press and hold as more of a you're putting your hands in the water to slow you down. But maybe we could make that where you hold both buttons for one hand, like Q and W means you're dragging your left hand in the water. The vibe of this is hilarious. Yeah, I was laughing when I first got it going, and I've slowly stopped because like I don't have to like think about it. Oh, I didn't include the game music. I didn't include the game music in the export. It's there too. Damn. Sorry guys. I have it on mute because I have background music and everything, and so it is funny. It's funny. It's like goofy and funny. Everything is samey. So the other thing I'll say is everything is samey. It's easy to get lost. We need to do a mini map. Maybe that's what I'll work on next, is the mini map. Let's do that. Let's build the mini map. So basically for the mini map, what we're going to do is we're going to take the stage scene, and we're going to create a texture of it. Basically like zoom out like this, take us from a viewport, from a camera up high, and we'll do it orthogonal, and we'll just take a screenshot of this, basically build a texture off of it, and then use that texture in the corner of the game and correlate where you are with the texture position. The Flying Dutchman are so funny. Yeah, one needs to backpedal a lot more. Yeah, the backpedaling, I need to adjust. I think, let me look at the code on that because I keep forgetting to just check it. Because I'm wondering if it's using different forces. Because it's way harder to backpedal than it is to go forward. Yeah. So that's what I was talking about, how the trigger buttons, you have to completely release them right now because they're analog. And so the way that Godot is like, oh yeah, you press the button is when you let go. So I have to detect the analog inputs of the trigger buttons and create my own inputs from them. So you don't have to completely release them all the time. So I have to code that in. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, the R2 and L2 buttons are not as effective because you have to completely like release them. It sucks. I think I tried playing around with the dead zone to get it to do it automatically, but that doesn't help either. Yeah. I think the controller thing needs a little work with the trigger buttons. Gate's a bit wider. Yeah. Bye, Am. Yeah, but that it doesn't work right now because of the physics stuff. The area, the body entering and exiting isn't working right in the web build, so you can't target the boats right now. But the way it's supposed to work, I can show you, is you hold down the space bar, and then when you're close enough to a boat, the reticle will appear. So like if you hold down space, it'll show up like this. Okay, yeah, that ramp's a bitch. You have to get it straight on. Okay, so minimap and ramp. I think those are two things to focus on right now. The ramp's a good thing to test because I put that there to test getting out of bounds of the stage. Because it should auto reset you if you land on the other side. Or even if you get stuck on the side of the level. I'm gonna try it myself.
Ooh. Ah.
Here we go. Come on.
All right.
Yeah! Alright, so I'm stuck. I'm technically out of bounds. Woo! It should count down for 5 seconds, and then, yeah, it resets you. I couldn't get up. Yeah, it needs work. I think I'm going to use the same approach I used for the boats. Where, when you get to the ramp... Also, the forces are applied wrong, so check this out. You can come over here to the side. And this is actually really fun, and so it made me think I should probably not actually have the boost be a physical object. But if you... Because you can kind of get the boost off the side of the ramp here. Let me show you. So you go up over here. And then...
Alright!
Whoa! Sometimes you can get a straight shot. I just bumped into the ramp.
a June bug in a mason jar.
But it'll just propel you forward super fast. And that's super cool, and I feel like I should just make them textures on the water. And not worry about... Like, I want the ramps, but maybe...
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Maybe we make the boosts before the ramps, right? And then that's what gives you the jump. Yeah, the other thing is we have to the orientation of the math is just wrong on it. So it should only propel you in the direction of the ramp.
Oh!
Right, and you have to be right on it for that to really work.
Time to skedaddle!
Like that. It needs work. It definitely needs work.
Yeehaw!
Head free, nice. All right. So let's do the, I think what we could do is build this in as a tool. So let's, we're going to add a camera. And so our stage is not centered right now. So maybe we need to fix that first. We also just have a random gate out in the middle of nowhere. For that. And another random gate. Okay. Now, I think everything's unlocked right now. So that's the center of the dragon. Apparently. Doesn't look very centered to me. Looks like it needs to be higher up. It must be like an average of the... That's probably closer. So then on main, everything's going to be off. Yeah, we're out in outer space now. So now we've got to fix the water to be 0, 0. And our sand that's underneath the water. And then our character controller needs to be scooted back here. And just to make sure everything's still working, and run it. Okay. So now that
I'm dizzy.
whoa, what the hell just happened? Oh, you know what didn't move? You know what didn't move? The stage boundaries. Let's move everything back. Okay. It's like, what the hell just happened? We need to select all of them, unlock them. And the dragon background, actually, we want to move that too with it. So this is what we used to design the stage. We just put this giant PNG sprite 3D onto the scene tree so we could kind of map out the shape of the dragon as we were building it. And actually, that's how we find the center. So we put this 0, 0, and then we just line everything else up. And just to confirm, we do have the are we showing the boundaries? We are not showing the boundaries. Okay, we got to show the boundaries too. And then we'll just kind of scooch this around until we've got it centered. You know, this might be harder than simply... One does not simply scooch into Mordor. Let's do this. Something like that. And we can just check the dragon's position. Oh, damn. That's pretty close. So 2 over. Two over, and then 8 down. Okay, so now we're centered, and we should have the boundaries. The boundaries are right. Okay, so everything's good now. So let's hide the dragon, go back to the game and make sure everything's working. So our starting position's a little off. Let's put it there. Okay. Let me hit the reset button manually.
I'm dizzier than a June bug in a mason jar.
Holy shit, what the hell's going on? Why are we out in outer space? Might be some sort of offset that's working against us right now. I don't know. Is the stage... This one should be pretty close to the center. And start it over here. Okay, well, we're gonna have to fix that. It's not resetting us automatically, but the reset is right now not correct. Well, in the meantime, let's keep working on this. So we have our camera. And it's now not centered. Let's reset the transform. And then we're just going to scoot it up by like 100. Yeah, you know what? We could go higher. Because we're going to be doing orthogonal, the height actually doesn't matter. All that matters is the screen size. If we preview the camera right now, we're not facing the right way. We need to change our rotation, so... we need to rotate pointing down. Now we're looking down, but you see that there's just like this giant thing. If we increase the size of the cameras, the camera sees only this. This right here. So if I previewed the camera, that's what we would see. So we have to increase the size to fit the entire world, which we might not be able to. Oh shit. Oh no. Could do a mini map. Just like this. But that's not what we want to do. So what we could do is go perspective, preview that, and then just zoom out like crazy. Field of view, if we zoom in, we don't want this. This is like a skate video. We want a low field of view. Let's just say 5 degrees for now. And then let's give ourselves 1,000 feet. Or not 1,000 feet, 1,000 meters. 2,000. 3,000. 4,000. Ooh, and look at that. We're at the clipping distance of far. So we have to be at 3,999. And that's still not enough. 8? Okay, let's just say 950. That seems good. So, and can we change the field of view even more? We can, but look at that. That looks nasty. We can't go that far in. Let's go 0. Zoom in. What's going on with this artifacting? This is really weird. Is that because we're not close enough? It is. Does it start to happen? Oh, okay. So I guess it's this one. Means we have to increase the field of view. Now, if we could, let's turn off preview. Turn on dragon. We know the bounds should fit the dragon image. So we need to get these edge sides to fit. And the only thing we can do at this point is literally increase the field of view. There we go. So that's too much. We're doing this by hand. We're just, because we're in a jam game here. There's probably a math way to solve this, but I don't know what it is, and I don't have time. So we're gonna just hack it. That's pretty damn close. I think that would be close enough to handle any, like if we did 4.25 or 425. Ooh, that's pretty close. Oh no, field of view. Well, that's weird. 425, yeah. 4, 5, no. 4, 3, 7, 5. 3, 5 is too much. 3, 6. 3, 5, 5. 3, 5, 9. 3, 6 puts us. It appears to be rounding up. 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. 7, 5. It's just rounding. 4.4 seems to be the best. Okay. So now we need a viewport. And we put the camera in the viewport. And you can see the preview of the viewport here. So we have to increase the bounds of the viewport to fit the entire dragon. And we want to do this equally. Now, actually, I think we just go like this. Maybe? This is working. Let's times 2 this. About. So maybe our is it? It's the same. This is just the resolution. Huh. So we're literally reaching the maximums of the frostum culling bullshit thing, or whatever you call it. So the culling is we're maxed out. Can I make it higher? I can make it higher than it allows me. So let's see what that does. That seems to work. I mean, we're getting that glitch. But it's starting to fit on the sub viewport. That does not. That is weird. Oops. 6,000. And I would walk. Let's go 12. That's so weird. 500. 4. 8. Weird. Field of view. Oh, okay. Let's increase the field of view. And then we can come in closer. This is so weird. This whole thing is weird. But let's look at the sub viewport now. Okay. So we're we're not quite showing the entire Dargon. So we need to go higher up, and we can't. So we're gonna go ahead and increase our friend, the field of view. Sub viewport. There we go. It looks like we fit the whole son of a bitch in there. So that's our texture. We just need to come in a bit more on the camera. So if we go a little bit more, and see, we're not orthogonal, so this isn't exact. Okay. All right. So we have this. If we hide the dragon, there's the map. We could change the background to blue for water. Or we could do transparent. Transparent background would mean we could put anything back behind it, including a simple mesh that has the water shader on it in its own screen. That would be kind of dope. Let's go with that. So no background. Can I just copy this as a texture right now? Oh, that would be so nice. Okay, so what we need to do is get a screenshot of the sub viewport. So let's look at the docs for that. It inherits viewport. Is there anything about image or texture? I think we might need to put it on a texture first. Get texture. Returns the viewport's texture. Easy peasy. So on our stage code here, so we are a tool. So this is real straightforward. We're just going to say, we're going to add an export var view minimap. So we're not actually going to use the viewport. What we're going to do is we're going to just take a save the minimap as a texture, so we don't have to render another viewport. There we go. So then we say minimap get texture. So that gets us a texture which says viewport texture. Provides the content of viewport as a dynamic texture 2D. Okay, so we're inheriting texture 2D. So then can we save get image? Okay, so if we get image, so let's go back to the script. Get texture, get image, save JPEG, save PNG. And then we're just going to give it a hard-coded path of minimap.png just as a test. Not PNP. PNG. And this could go in assets. Okay, so if we close and reopen stage, this may not work. It might. Okay, I didn't see an import. Mini map. No. Save PNG. Error. It's a tool. Print. Clear this out. Let's see if we are getting an error. Close. So this might be a little weird because we're running it in. Oh, is the camera active? Currents. Let's just run it. Run the local scene. Get height. So it's pitching about that. Mini map. Ah, it's empty. Why? Well, we have a sub viewport. We have it exposed. Now this is insane, but we could just throw it on the game right now just as a test. It's going to draw the entire world twice, basically. Texture rect. We'll put it down here. And quick load. Oh, viewport texture. I can't get to it. We could, editable children. And then texture rect. Assign. There's the viewport. So this is going to be bonkers if this works, because it's just going to be, yeah. It's in real time. So it works here. We obviously don't want to show the water or anything. But right now, if we took a screenshot of this, this is kind of what we want, right? So what we could do is water is on a visual instance of 2. So if we go to our camera and we cull 2, when we run it again, the game, we shouldn't see the water shader in the viewport, and we don't. And then we're going to do the same thing for the land, the floor of the this. We're going to change this to, I don't know, layer 3, and then on the camera we're going to cull layer 3 as well. Now I see jack shit. And is it because I changed the... It might be because I changed the... Yeah, I lost the sub viewport. I changed one thing and the whole thing just... craps the bed. Then stage... sub viewport. There we go. Okay, so the other thing too is resolution could be way higher. Look at all the boats moving. That's crazy. So we should cull the boats as well. The vessels should be on their own plane. And we increase the resolution. So the resolution's easy to fix by just going in here, and this could likely break everything again. And we go to 248 for both of them. So now we should have a higher resolution for it. And every time we make a change to it, it breaks. That's weird. Sub viewport. Now it's huge. Okay. So the other thing we want to do is give it its own lighting. It appears to do that here, but it's really only doing this because All right, team, I'm gonna head out. All right, Fiera, see ya. Catch you tomorrow. Vessels. So all the boats would have to change all of the meshes, be on their own plane. For now, if we just screenshot this, I mean, hell, I could just try and screenshot this, but we want to try and get a good screenshot of the stage, right? A clean way of doing this every time too, that we need to update it. Whoa. Let's try it now that it has its own the sub viewport has its own environmental. Ambient light should be white. Color. And we just don't have any lighting in here. Sun or light. This is the directional light. And we still don't see anything. Let's just run it. And see what we get. She broke again. That's not frustrating at all. Wait. Why does it show a... Can I just export this? Am I exporting the actual texture? No. Damn it. I don't see anything. Sub viewport. Ugh, guys. I need to finish eating my food. So I'm gonna take my kids to a local Comic-Con. I'm just worried there's gonna be lewd cosplayers. Well, crap. What I could do is just map a keyboard button press to save the texture. Get rid of the, okay, here's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Because we know it's rendering fine in game. So we're going to get rid of our own world 3D. There it is. Well, whatever. We'll get rid of that. And we'll just wait for the time of day to be right and press a button to screenshot it. So we have the reset button press, reset player right here. Do that. And so this is stage, minimap, get texture, save image. Okay, that's a mouthful, but it should work. So we'll just wait for the time of day. We'll look at the minimap. Now this is going to be a really big minimap. So maybe I need to I'll just put it over here so we hopefully can see some of it. And this is just a major hack. Even though it's not showing the entire texture, it should be able to wait for the time of day to change. And then we'll print the screen. This is a super jank a solution to the problem. But it's a solution nonetheless. And also the reset problem is going to happen.
Mercy me, I'm about to tip over.
Okay. So look at that. Go back to the game. It's still not bright. It's still early. We have the minimap. Open an external program. Yes, please. And also, we obviously want to cold. Oh, that's actually, we can do that fairly easily. Because they are vessels. Go like that, and they won't draw anymore. Okay. Print again. It's updated. There it is. Look at that. Okay, let's open it again in external program. Okay, so there's our minimap. We have a way of generating it. It's very jank. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take this code out. We're going to take the texture rect out. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sneak the code back in here for reference. We can just grab it later. And yeah. So now we need to add the minimap, that texture. So here's the funny thing. So did we say texture? Texture rect. And then we grab minimap. But instead of rendering an entire viewport, we just have the texture. Done. Here's our minimap. So we need to fit this inside of the inside our screen area, and we'll have an HBox container, and then we'll just get another control in here to push things around. Now, it's in a container, so this isn't going to resize it, is it? How do we get it to want to... There we go. Bit height. Bit width proportional. Okay. So we're going to do a VBox. Okay. Full size VBox. Like this. The HBox. Expand. And then we're going to add another control to the VBox. And then we're going to push it. Want to expand. Oh, that's already half. That's fine. Okay, and then same thing here on this control. Expand. Now it's shoved in the corner, and it's half the screen size on the tall end. Let's see what it looks like in the screen. Actually, it being transparent might be cool. This might be fine, just like this. So now what we have to do is create some sort of player icon. Maybe this isn't the place for it. Maybe we put it in the top left. Probably. But regardless, we have to put a player icon of our current location and map it to the texture in our world space. So if the center of the texture is 0, 0 in our global space, we just need the width and height of the texture to correctly position some sort of texture of where we are on the screen. And then we have our mini-map.
Ooh!
So, anyone want to do that for me? Alright. Ugh. So top left is probably better. Let's fix that right now. So we'll move texture rect above control. That pushes it this way. And then we'll do the same thing like that. And this probably needs to be a little bit smaller. It's quite large. Yeah, we could probably go another half. Like that. And then, of course, the whole thing would be green or something. Or maybe just blue inside of the... I don't know. But this is our texture rec. So then we have some information on this. We have the size, right? Here. So this is where we take the world space and we determine our top and our bottom height here, and then we translate everything accordingly. I need some work. I don't know. So we need some sort of texture to be like, this is us. Conrad's a comrade. All right. I think I need a break. I'm going to stop streaming, and then hopefully we'll be on tonight. We'll get the mini-map going. I feel like that's useful for people so that they don't get as lost. We do want to play with sight lines and things like that, and I've been hiding my camera this whole time. I'm sorry about that, guys. So we'll get the mini-map going. Thanks, Cyrad. Thanks. Get the mini-map going. I'm going to teach my wife how to start laying out the collectibles and stuff in the game. The mini-map and the boosts, I think, are important. We've started to get the hitting the boats thing going, and we just need to be able to sink the boats and stuff like that, so we've got to get that worked out. Yeah, it's coming along. Let's see who we can raid. How many people are watching? So we can raid accordingly. Here we go. 13 of you. Following. Following all these devs and they're just playing video games. Come on, guys. Game complete in 20 days. Me? Mine? We'll see what we end up with. I'm so glad I gave myself half of the development time to polish everything up. Because otherwise I'd probably be adding more features that aren't complete. And Lord knows where we'd be. I'd have to cut a bunch of stuff. You know what's funny is I'd probably end up having to cut even more. Bullion streaming. Let's raid Bullion. Am I not following Bullion? I am following Bullion. Why didn't I see that? Raid IRAD, force him to stream. I stole it from him. Huh? Sorry, I have to do all this work. Alright, now we're all set. Much love to everybody out there. I will see you guys tomorrow. I've been going for 9 hours. I didn't realize that. Holy shit. Oh, that's right, because the stream died. No wonder I'm so tired. Alright. I don't feel so bad anymore. See you guys tomorrow. Tonight, possibly. If not, tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Oh shit, not tomorrow morning. It'll be tomorrow night. It'll be tomorrow night. Conrad, thanks for hanging out. Vex. Everybody else. Sorrow, thanks for popping in. Hi, Rad. Much love. I didn't do a shout out for Irad. I'm sorry, Irad. Did Conrad do that? I don't know. All right, see ya.